Good afternoon, members of the Gaston County Board of Education, Chairman Ramsey, Vice Chair Cherry, Dr. Booker. It's my pleasure to be here this evening. I'm going to try to pack a whole lot of awesome in a little bit of time, so bear with me. I've got a lot of great updates that transpired in the 22-23 school year. I want to give you a few of those highlights this evening. We'll start with a little bit of scope and size of the overall impact of CTE in Gaston County schools. Please realize that we are the 10th largest district in North Carolina out of 174 public school units. That would also apply to our CTE program being the 10th largest in the state of North Carolina. I want to give you some of these facts just so you can understand the impact of some of the great highlights I'm going to cover later on in the presentation, the volume that encompasses that. So 23 total schools offer CTE program. That's 10 high, 11 middle, 1 alternative, and the Gaston Virtual Academy. Also, our grant supports 140 CTE staff in those 23 schools, the majority being CTE teachers with a small amount of support staff. Overall course opportunities per our grant are offered in grades 6 through 12, 150 plus course codes. If we incorporate our CTE, Career and College Promise, Gaston College courses, the number goes up to well over 200. Student enrollment very close to hitting 17,000 total students took a CTE course. That does include duplication, meaning a student may have taken a course in first semester and second semester, level 1, level 2. And then finally, one of the things that will start off the highlights of this school year, an 80.5% proficiency number for over 4,400 tested students in all 10 high schools. So to put that in perspective, in the last 3 years, everyone's had a hard reset coming out of COVID. 3 years ago, we reset at a 72.1, last year a 77.1, and this year an 80.5. So if you had to take... If you had to put a letter grade on us as an entire district for CTE, that would be an above average or a B letter grade.
And you would probably be ranked in the top half size of districts in the state of North Carolina.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving forward, what are we most known for? Our career awareness opportunities. I was actually in a virtual meeting today showcasing this, having people asking more about what we've been doing. So 5th grade career awareness. This is something brand new, an initiative placed out as a, I guess, challenge, not a directive yet, per DPI last year to do 5th grade career awareness. That would be supported by our own Business Advisory Council. What can we do earlier in a student's school career to expose them to careers at an earlier age? 5th grade is the new initiative placed on us by DPI. And with that being said, last year we offered this to all of our elementary schools on a volunteer basis. By word of mouth, we went from 5 schools participating to this year 12 schools, and last year 367 students in 5th grade experiencing a career awareness activity to 1,000 plus. That's not an arbitrary number. Every time our 3 career development coordinators get in front of these students, we are going to get survey data from them. So we have data responses to see how the students enjoyed it and to see how we can improve it. So that number is a hard factual number. Again, that doesn't include duplicates. So as you can see, we currently have 3 menu options. Underneath WA Best, you'll see our electrical trades experience. Underneath Bessemer Central, that will be our healthcare experience. And then underneath Kaiser, that would be our carpentry construction experience. That's a brand new addition this year. So it's available to all of our elementary schools. They can select it at their leisure. We can come out and do 2, 1 at a time. And then to get the duplication, we may see or be in front of a student multiple times, but they're getting a different experience each time. I can't say enough about our middle school career development coordinators because that's 3 individuals out to 12 elementary schools and 1,000 students. And then those same individuals did what I'm getting ready to say right here. Middle school career awareness, they represent 12 middle schools and have been in front of 6,000 students with the data to back that up. Again, that includes duplicates, but at the same time, not only are they offering opportunity programs in regards to teaching our students about local businesses, taking them on field trips, maybe financial literacy, career awareness, personal interest inventories, the list goes on, along with implementing our Students at Work program, a statewide initiative we have always been a part of. This year, overall, 3,500 students participated. During COVID, we went completely virtual at the turn of a dime, and now we're going virtual and back to in-person with sending students out to Dominion Energy and Duke Energy, along with our virtual tours that those middle school career development coordinators created on location with our local businesses. Something else we're extremely proud of, the Be Pro, Be Proud truck. So this transfer truck here is a National Home Builders Association initiative. They have 2 representing the state of North Carolina. It's very hard to schedule this truck because it is extremely popular. So in November, we started working on scheduling this opportunity in partnership with Gaston College. We were able to bring this truck on location at Gaston College for 2 consecutive days during their spring break and have full access to everything that we needed to set this up and run 12 middle schools worth of 350 plus students out there for 2 days consecutively. Once the students are on the truck, this is an image of our students inside the truck. There are 10 virtual reality career awareness experiences. If you can see the student in the far back, that's the electrical lineman simulator. So he's got a VR headset on and he's in a lineman bucket. So there's that experience. There's carpentry, electrical, plumbing, welding, 2 heavy equipment operations. So the yellow simulator, you can see the base image of it to the right. That is a bulldozer and a crane operator. Students were thoroughly engaged and enjoyed this. I've never seen our students stay so engaged from the time they set foot in an experience to the time they leave. Repetitively, 12 schools constantly showing that same level of excitement and engagement. It was so popular that our high school career development coordinators have went ahead and scheduled it for next year for their schools. The minimum time, that they could get them to come out next year was an 8-month wait. And then in working with some of my job alikes, I think that's went out to a 12-month wait to get this Be Pro, Be Proud initiative to come on location free of charge by the National Home Builders Association. So extremely proud to have that out on location for our students to experience. So that's middle school and elementary school. 3 individuals, 7,000 students, 24 schools. They put in work and doing a phenomenal job. Moving on to high school career awareness. We have 10 high school career development coordinators representing our 10 traditional high schools. A renewed focus, a laser intense focus, if you will, of putting out career opportunities in front of our high school students. 18,000 students with data to back it up. It does include duplicates that they have been working on each and every week to offer different opportunities to those students. Something else they've done at a record high number, I'm going to say that a lot here moving forward, very proud of that. We've had 30 plus students participate in a 120-hour internship that students can earn a CTE course credit while doing so. On top of that, new record high, 21 businesses, local businesses, offered those opportunities to our 30 plus students. And on top of that, I think the number came down to 28 of those were paid. That's $13 to $15 an hour while they're earning a credit, getting a real world experience that you're going to hear me talk about in a second, transferred to a real career opportunity upon graduation. Something else very proud of, partnership with Duke Energy. We were able to secure a grant from them to where we could use those funds to supply transportation to students that did not have that opportunity to get to and from their internship. First time we've ever been able to do that. Each year we will encounter things like that. Now we can fill that gap and it's no longer a concern of us moving forward. Something else new, Lunch and Learns. We have offered 65 plus Lunch and Learns in all 10 of our high schools. And that is in partnership with 35 plus businesses. That's new this year. Definitely had some great comments from some of our businesses that participated in our Business Advisory Council. Really appreciated this new way of involving students during lunch. The Career Development Coordinator will stay out with the business and bring students to them. That way they are getting foot traffic in front of them instead of just setting up in the corner and being ignored by the students. So a really great, a much better way to approach this and get our businesses even more engaged. Last minute opportunity, I'd like to say anymore, there is just so many ways to partner with businesses and other community members. Goodwill is a perfect example. Was in a meeting and they offer a forklift training opportunity to adults. It's a 2-day deal. Talked to them after the meeting and said, how hard do you think it would be for us to offer that to our students? We do have some time constraints. I don't know about the 2-day deal. No problem. They accommodated something special for us, a 1-day opportunity that allowed us to get students over there and back during the school day. So our advanced manufacturing programs that are in Hunter Huss High School and Bessemer City High School, we bus those students over to the Goodwill location. They received that hands-on with the forklift training. At the end of that day, they were offered the certification process. Every single one of them passed. So really proud of that, just something that happened last minute and we're able to pull that off. Hopefully we can do it in years to continue. Something else I'm extremely proud of, if you knew the amount of effort and time behind saying this next sentence, it would wow you. It's extremely challenging. So the CNA Certified Nursing Program, so we have Nursing Fundamentals program in all 10 of our high schools. There's only about 2 other systems in the state of North Carolina that have that much volume. It's extremely hard to pull this off because you have to have a certified test facilities, which some of our high schools have. And then you have to get certified credential evaluators to come on location, which as of last year was an extreme challenge and was causing a lot of hiccups that did not help our students. And taking lessons from last year, this year we have our testing facilities certified, that's our schools. We also have credential evaluators that are some of our teachers, and for the first time ever, almost 70 students, a 93% pass rate from 70 students across 10 high schools. That's the highest number we've ever hit. One of the things I would like to say a shout out to in our office, our instructional management coordinator, Ms. Weaver. She has bore the brunt of this and wore every single ounce of this to try to get this number to here. Working with our individual high school nurse aide teachers and our students, able to pull this number off is a tremendous feat, and I can guarantee you that number and that size, you will not find that in the state with that pass rate. Another thing really proud of, to say we have 30 students in an internship is great. To put another cherry on top of that cupcake, if we can transfer those internship opportunities to a full-time employment opportunity, that's what it's all about. So from the 21 businesses and 30 students, 11 of those businesses offered a full-time employment opportunity to 18 students that were interns. So it kind of goes both ways. Not only does the student shine so much, the business wants to keep them, the business has impressed the students so much that they want to continue working for them. So record high, 11 businesses, 18 students were offered an employment opportunity and accepted. So the General Assembly started last year. They offered $10 million to public school units across the state of North Carolina to use for student industry credentialing. So the numbers I'm going to show you are a report that go out to the General Assembly and the State Board of Education. This credential attainment report you're looking at is 292 pages long, and it all boils down to 2 top 10 lists. That's what we're looking at every year. The top one is just the sheer volume of credentials earned by a PSU. It's kind of geared more towards your large districts. And the bottom one is the percentage of credentials attained, meaning if you offered X amount of courses and students could earn X amount of credentials, the number they did earn would be a percentage. It's usually geared more towards your smaller districts. I'm going to show you 5 years worth of information here. Pay attention to the yellow. That's Gaston County schools. Before I start, I would like to say, of the top 10 districts in North Carolina, that's Affinity Group 1. There has never, ever been, besides Gaston County schools, an Affinity Group 1 district on both top 10 lists, period. Not only have we done it, we've done it multiple times. So again, this is the General Assembly, State Board of Education report. It's above CTE's accountability on another level to support us building a talent pipeline for the state and keeping businesses here. So this is last year. We were number 4 and number 5 on both lists. The year before, we were on both top 10 lists again. 3 years ago, we were on both top 10 lists and set a record that's never been done before or after. We were number 1 in both categories. There's never been a PSU do this ever. 4 years ago, we were just on one top 10 list, and 5 years ago, we were on both top 10 lists again. So with that being said, this kind of statement wraps it up. In the past 5 years, there has never been a public school unit out of 174. That's 115 school districts, 59 charter schools. There's never been a district match, surpass, get close to saying this next statement. The past 5 years, we've been on that top 10 list 4 out of 5 years. I'd like to say thank you. Hopefully you're impressed, Dr. Brooker. Appreciate all the support you've given CTE. Hopefully you would think all that time and effort you're a part of. Thank you for everything you've done to help us out.
Thank you. Thank you for your hard work. Keep up the good work. Next,